a certified stunner. 24/7, 365. 24/7, 365.
I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups. From point guard to center, this game should be a good one. Should have a great matchup on the low block tonight.
Yeah, we got a meeting of two of the elite centers in the WNBA. I expect the outcome to hinge on who wins this matchup down low.
Well, one way or the other, I know it's going to be fun to watch. We're going to see some tremendous post play here.
Now here's Cunningham. Johnson, covered by Goddess. Clock at 6. Now here's Goddess. Tight defense on her. Lays it up and banks it in.
Please, please don't take your eyes off her because she can make plays from multiple spots on the floor.
Clark with it, defended by Ball Queen. And there's the call on Goddess. That is the first foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution for the Mystics. Number 50, Maxwell.
Clark, defended by Ball Queen. 5 on the clock. Voss sets a screen. Here's Cunningham. Graham. And it's Austin with the rebound. The Mystics on offense. Here's Queen. Pass to Ball Queen. Up top, it's Austin. Over to the left wing. Here's Ball Queen. Now here's Goddess. Goddess. Voss pulls it in.
And the Mystics missed the playoffs by 1 game last year, a heartbreaker. So what do they need to do to improve?
Well, I'm looking at the 3 categories they finished last in. Rebounding, turnovers, and free throws made. All 3 of those have to get better this season if they want to get to the postseason.
Cunningham.
Good on the bucket. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Queen, Johnson defending. Here's Austin. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Queen. From the arc.
And it's Cunningham with the rebound.
Here's Voss. Outside Cunningham. Johnson. Voss. Covered by Goddess. Johnson outside.
Cunningham.
Gets it to go from downtown.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
Pass to Goddess. Goddess. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball at one end with their own.
A 3-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Cunningham. 5 points in the game. Clark outside. And Queen pulls it down.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Pass to Goddess. And the Mystics hit again from deep.
You're just asking for trouble if you let her roam free in 3-point range.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The Mystics leading. Here's Ball Queen.
First personal foul. First team foul.
When the Fever won the 2024 draft lottery, I think everyone in the world knew who they were going to take, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's already had a massive impact on the Fever and the league. On the floor, Clark's passing and limitless range are just tremendous weapons offensively. And then off the floor, I mean, I think the Fever might be the hottest ticket around the W.
First one falls for her.
For the Washington Mystics, it feels like they're starting a youth movement.
Yeah, they traded Ariel Atkins to Chicago, got the 3rd overall pick. This is a very young roster. They want to build around those 3 top 6 picks they drafted in 2025.
And so she makes both from the line. So it's Indiana now, trailing by 5. Clark outside. Over ball queen. Indiana again missing. Goddess with the ball. 6 points for her. Pass to Austin. Ball queen. Back to Austin. 6 to shoot to the right side. Shoots over Jefferson. And another miss by Washington. And it's the Fever ball. It's a 5-point game. Looking to end the run. No good on the layup. So it's Washington now. Now Goddess. Back to Austin. Soft touch off the glass.
Well done to finish that one off.
And so the first quarter in the books. The Mystics on top. They're up by 7. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And for the Mystics, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Some great defense on their part so far in this one.
They've really worked well as a unit.
Now here's Hawkins. Pass to Queen. Austin. Shoots the 3. Boss pulls it in. Indiana trailing. Clark. Queen covering. Johnson outside to the middle. Jefferson. It's good.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
The Mystics on offense. And here's Goddess. She's got 6. Misses her second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Johnson covered by Goddess. Clark outside. Pass to Boss. Down low. Takes it out to Clark. 5 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key.
Now here's Jefferson.
Goes back up. And it's blocked. Second quarter here, and just over a minute and a half played. Clark with the double team. Here's ball queen. Yes, and it's Shakira Austin picking up the assist.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
And please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
scenario for you. It's a tight game in the fourth quarter. Which player do you want on your side in the clutch?
Give me Kalia Copper. In the past, she's led the league in clutch scoring. She's fearless and can always create her own shot.
Yeah, Copper, great choice, and kind of similar to her. I'd go with Enrique Agumbawale. She's got the great shot creation and shot making, both elite. Enrique excels against tight coverage, and we know she's clutch.
Now here's Jefferson. Does not find the basket. Her third miss, and she's just made one thus far. Now here's Ball Queen. She's covered by Clark. Pass to Queen. Austin. There's the three, and that one's good. Goddess.
Needed a good, quick release on that three-pointer because she knew she was giving up a lot of height in that matchup.
You nailed it, Tim. That quick release was the key. Any hesitation, and that shot's blocked.
Again, the miss by the Fever. And Washington has possession. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Don't want to get in the habit of letting the offense get right to the rim.
And that's the message they were sending with that foul, saying nothing easy inside with that one.
Yeah, but they got to play a little bit better defense before they get inside.
And she knocks down the first one. And that's good as she hits both shots. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
To the paint. Stolen by Hawkins. A one-on-one situation. Pass to Ball Queen. Goddess. And it's the Fever on the break. To stop the run. Jefferson, no good. And here's Washington. They've only given up 2 points this quarter.
We know basketball is big in Indiana, and man, do they love the Fever here.
I mean, this place is normally sold out these days. Massive crowds with tons of energy. This might be the best home court advantage in the W.
Now here's Boston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Boss. 6 on the shot clock. Guard outside. The Mystics pull it in. Here's Goddess. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
It's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Pass to Boston. And here's Clark. 13 feet out. No good. For the 7th time in 7 shots. He's still open. Now here's Austin. Goddess. He's guarded by Boston. Now here is Goddess. Here's Ball Queen. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Mystics ahead. They lead by 18. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final 2 quarters. We've seen Goddess really having a great game here.
Her decision-making simply flawless today. Nothing but quality shots from her in the first half. She wasn't forcing anything.
Yeah, but I think here in the second half, they may want her to be a little more assertive and start taking more shots, even the tough ones.
So it's Washington now. It's an 18-point lead. Pass to Goddess. Austin. Here's Queen. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Now here's Jefferson.
Caitlin Clark with the 3. That shot off the mark.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
To the wing on the left. Screen by Austin. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Shot blocked!
Johnson right side. Pass to Clark. Boss, guarded by Austin. Johnson outside. Jefferson. And a miss there on the triple.
Even with the decent coverage that time, she has every bit of confidence to drill that 3.
Absolutely, just keep shooting. I wouldn't bet against her the next time she's in that situation.
Now here's Goddess.
Indiana foul.
18 points separating the teams, and that's the biggest lead of the game.
At the
It's a
line
one-man
for the
show
away
out
team.
there, guys. Looks like she's willing to
One
handle
shot.
all the offensive duties for them.
One shot.
Well, for the games that you watch around the league, what's an important factor that you guys think gets overlooked?
I gotta say, pace. You want to play the game on your terms. And if you can control the tempo, that can be pretty key in a game.
No doubt, Brian. You know, we see different styles around the league, and if you can impose how you want to play, that's huge.
Pass to Ball Queen. Here's Queen. And here's Goddess. The 3-pointer off the mark. Outside Cunningham. To the wing, right side. Jefferson, right side. Pass to Boss. Clark from downtown. And it's Austin with the rebound. Now here's Ball Queen. She's covered by Clark. Goddess with the ball. 14 points for her. To the inside and stolen by Cunningham. Here's
2
Jefferson.
minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Inside and stolen by Goddess. Pass to Ball Queen. Now here's Goddess. Here's Ball Queen. Austin. She's covered by Cunningham. Fader on the way. And it's Austin missing.
And a return to the playoffs for the Fever in 2024. It was a huge step forward for the team.
For sure, snapping a 7-year hiatus. And what's incredible is before that, the Fever went to 12 straight postseasons from 2005 to 2016. So this is an organization that is used to winning.
Certain players are finishers like a Sophie Cunningham. You set them up, they'll knock them down.
Now Ball Queen. She's got 10. Pass to Goddess. Over Cunningham. Hits the jump hook.
But you all see that painted area? It belongs to Shakira Austin. She takes it personal down there.
And here's Clark. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Boss sets a screen. Takes the three. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
To Washington. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Ball Queen. Hawkins a screen. Clock at 4. Pass to Queen. And another miss by Washington. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Mystics on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Here's Clark. Pass to Boss. Now here's Jefferson. Screens the three-pointer.
I like the assist. He knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be placed.
Got us with the ball. And here's Ball Queen. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. To the inside. Now here's Clark. D right on her. Here's Boston. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, nice play there. Boston is a dominant presence in the paint at both ends.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Ball Queen. Out to the wing. Here's Goddess. Austin. Banked in off the glass.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Johnson. Boss sets a screen. Clark outside. Ooh, no luck on that one.
The defense has to be real thrilled to see her keep shooting those threes. She has been brutal this half.
Pass to Austin. Goddess. Yes, and it's Shakira Austin picking up the assist.
But whenever your big is passing the rock like Austin, it's a great sign for your squad's ball movement.
Timeout called the Fever.
Timeout.
First round pick back in 2022. What do you like about Shakira Austin's game, Brian?
Well, I love how she uses her length to her advantage. She's 6'5" and doesn't jack up a bunch of threes. Her goal is to own the paint and be physical down low.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Clark.
Cunningham.
Pass to Johnson. Up top, Clark. Shot clock at 6.
Here's Cunningham.
The 3. Rebound by Goddess. Now ball Queen. Now Queen. And here's Austin. Goddess.
She's covered by Jefferson.
From the high post. And that shot falls short that time. To the middle. Austin with the steal. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Pass to Queen.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now here's Goddess. Boss defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Goddess. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
Indiana ball.
The Fever really having a tough go here. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Boss sets a screen. Back to Clark. To the paint. Johnson. And the shot is good.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Ball Queen. Pass to Goddess. The 3 ball. Add another field goal to her total. Makes it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
She is not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when she's got that much room, at least.
Up top, Clark. Defended by Ball Queen. Here's Cunningham. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark. And here's Ball Queen. Pass to Austin. Now here's Goddess. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Washington converting.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Caitlin Clark with the 3.
You know, she's made up for a lack of size in the post with a lot of extra effort. She's done some serious work on the boards.
Now here is Goddess.
She's covered by Jefferson.
Now here is Queen. From deep. So it's the Mystics winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says an awful lot about this team.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they don't need home cooking, like, you know, you're cooking from your mom to feel at home. Just a masterful performance all around for them.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.